Hi, everybody. It's Laura Mackey. I'm the Director of Field Education with the Department of Social Work at Springfield College. I'm here with Dr. Donna Wang, and today we're recording this video to give you a sense of what to expect with upcoming advising meetings and to help you feel more prepared when it comes time to register for your spring courses.
Yeah, so hi everyone. Like Laura said, I'm Donna Wang. I'm the new MSW program director this year. So looking forward to working with all of you. And the reason why we're doing this video, it's the first time we're doing this, so your feedback is very welcome, is that in the past, if you are a returning student, you know that we've had these dedicated advising days. And we just found that logistically it was difficult for students to all make it there. And advisors ended up doing individual sessions anyway. So we sort of wanted to make it a little bit more organic this semester to prepare a presentation for you, which we are doing right now, and have you then connect with your advisor to discuss your registration issues. So having said that, we wanted to let you know the reason that we have you meet with your advisor each semester in the fall and the spring is just to make sure that you are on track, both for field and for your coursework. And just to make sure that there's no delays or no hiccups in terms of your targeted graduation date. So in the fall, you meet with your advisor to discuss spring registration, and then in the spring semester you'll meet with your faculty advisor to discuss summer, if you're taking summer classes, as well as the following fall semester and the courses that you'll take then. So your faculty advisor should be in touch with you about how they want to meet with you in terms of their advising session. They could, and every advisor is different. They could be individual or group meetings. It could be in person. It could be through Zoom. So you should hear from your advisor definitely by the end of October. So the fall advising period begins October 31st, and then registration for the spring semester will open on Monday, November 14th.
It's important to know that it's required that you have some kind of communication or meeting with your advisor before registering for classes on the 14th.
So what we will review during your advising session, like I said, is just to make sure that you are on track with all your courses and confirm that you're taking the right courses and that you're planning for the right courses in the upcoming semesters. And also to just check in with you about fields and discuss any issues there, and also discuss any future planning for upcoming field placements in the following year. So in order to prepare for your advising session, we ask that you download or print the advising check sheet that matches your program track, and we'll show that to you on the next slide. And this is really an important document. This is one that your advisors use all the time as well, just that outlines your plan of study for the entire MSW degree, just to make sure that all the classes, all the requirements, they're listed there and that you have a plan for them. Then the next step is to download or print your unofficial transcript, which we will also tell you how to do. And then fill out your check sheet with your information according to your transcript. So this is the slide that links up that gives you the overall link for all the checklists. And then based on your program, this will bring you to the check sheet for your program. So just make sure that you are definitely clicking on the right one, because if you don't and you open it up and you get off, it may not match what you were doing and you might panic for a second there. So if you're an advanced standing weekend, make sure you go to advanced standing weekend. And if you have a question about this, about what track you're in, feel free to reach out to your academic advisor. So to download your unofficial transcript, you're going to log on to your PrideNet, and then you'll select My Profile tab, and then you'll see a button for My Unofficial Transcript, and you'll select View an unofficial transcript. And then my suggestion is that you download this and have a copy of that handy, so you know where you are. And also, you may have thought you got a certain grade in the class. This will tell you exactly what grade is recorded on your transcript. Or if you had an incomplete and you thought you finished it, And you got a grade and the grade was never changed, it'll still say incomplete. So you'll need to follow up with that instructor. So that's also, this is also a really good time to check in on all those things, looking at your transcript. So you'll want to complete your advising checklist, like I said, according to what's on your transcript, and save these for future semesters so you can see your progress. The course schedules for spring will be posted on the webpage prior to November 11th and updated in time for registration. Like Laura said, it's important that you do have contact with your faculty advisor because they need to clear you for registration. You won't be able to register without meeting with your faculty advisor because they won't be able to clear you for registration. So some important details regarding registration. If for some reason you're not following that standard schedule that's listed on your advising checklist, you really need this. It's even more important for you to be in touch with your faculty advisor. Some examples might be you failed a class, or you transferred some credits in, or you have some incompletes, or you were on a leave of absence and took a whole semester off. So if you're not following that checklist exactly, then definitely be in touch with your faculty advisor to make sure that you can plan out, the rest of your program here, and so you can know exactly when you're targeted to graduate. Also, you have to be cleared of all holds, financial and otherwise, like medical holds. You have to be cleared before registration. It won't let you register if you have a hold. And if you are receiving financial aid, you need to be registered for a minimum of 4.5 credits each semester. And just so you know, the fiscal year for financial aid runs summer, fall, spring. And that's the year that they consider. So it'll be starting summer of 2023 and ending in spring of 24 would be an example of a financial aid fiscal year. It's important to note that not every course is offered every semester. So if you miss a course, it might delay your graduation. So don't not take a course thinking it's just going to be offered over the summer or in the fall, because it may not be. You'll want to check in with your advisor about that as well. So just some other important dates. So this is the link for the official academic calendar, including graduation and things like that. So you might want to have this handy. Registration, as we mentioned several times, begins Monday, November 14th. And we really ask students to register as soon as they can. For a number of reasons. It's to your benefit as well as the overall departments. Number one, for you get it over and done with, and you know exactly what classes you're going to take. It also helps with the department to help plan for courses and also determine whether or not a class is too big and we need to open another section, or if a class is too small and we need to close a section. And we'd like to let students know that as soon as possible. So the quicker you register, the smoother of a start we'll all have come January. The last day to register for a class is Tuesday, January 17th. So, if you do have a hold, you do have some time, but again, our recommendation is that you try to register as soon as possible. The last day to register for a class with a $30 late fee is Tuesday, January 24th. And the last day to drop a course is Tuesday, January 31st, which is a week or two into classes. So you'll want, if you don't think you're going to continue with the class for whatever reason, we highly recommend that you withdraw from the course, because it does not show up on your transcript at that point, and you're also not financially liable for that course.
When you register for classes, you'll also be registering for the classes that are the equivalent of your internship. The only exception is first-year weekend students. So if you're a current first-year weekend student, you'll start registering for field for the following fall. So in the spring semester, you register for the equivalent of the second half of your internship. In the fall, you register for the equivalent of the first half of your internship along with a field seminar. These are not specifically scheduled class times like your other more traditional classes. These are the times that you're at your internship itself and a few other things, including meeting site visits with your faculty advisor. If you are an advanced standing student, you're considered in your second year internship. And you do have one other thing to register for that traditional students do not. So I marked it in red here. Only advanced standing students in the spring semester register for Field Seminar 2 second half. So just to talk you through it, if you're going into your first year internship in the fall, you'll register for Field Practicum 1 first half, as well as Field Seminar 1. And then in the spring, you'll register for Field Practicum 1 second half. Even though it's the same internship, according to the registration system, you need to register for one half each semester. And then year 2, it's Field Practicum 2 first half, Field Seminar 2 in the fall, and then Field Practicum 2 second half in the spring. And then again, only for advanced standing students, Field Seminar 2 second half. What's going to be really, really important here is that you register for your faculty advisor's section number, both for the field seminar as well as whichever half of the field practicum you're registering for. So you can see here, for example, I'm section number 12, L Mackey section 12. So if you were registering for the spring for the second half of your field practicum 1 second half internship, it would be after the numbers. So MSSW 685, and then you would find -12. That's my section number. And when you register, you can see who the instructor of record is. So make sure that the number that you're seeing matches with the numbers on these charts and the name of your faculty advisor. We're going to give you a handout that has this information, as well as you'll have access to this PowerPoint. So my recommendation would be that when you go to register, check that and make sure you've got the correct section numbers when you're registering for field. In the past, it was a little easier to fix some of these things if students had registered incorrectly or if advising assignments had changed. So at this time, it's really important to make sure that you do your due diligence to make sure that you're registered correctly from the get-go, so it'll be easier for you and then for us organizationally as well. I just wanted to also give you like a quick preview of what to expect for field for first year weekend students. We will be coming to your class this fall to explain more about the process and what internships look like. So I don't want you to worry too much about that now. We'll be coming to your classes probably in November. But just to help everybody understand what to expect for first year and second year internships. First year internships require 450 hours to be completed. Second year internships, both for traditional students and advanced standing students, need to do 600 hours. So that's about the equivalent of 15 hours a week for first year and 20 hours a week for second year. It is important to know that you can't bank extra hours from your first year and have it count towards your second year. And that's for a lot of reasons, but one of them being that your first year is considered your generalist year internship, and then your second year is your advanced generalist internship, where you're doing more complex work, taking on more advanced roles. We have a field education specific webpage if you want to find out more about what to expect when it comes to field, what the assignments look like. Everything will be there, and when the time comes, it'll be on your class online on Brightspace as well. We also just like to keep for students to keep in mind, especially students that are graduating, it can be really helpful to have your field supervisor. So that's the person at the organization where you're doing an internship who's supervising you, provide you future professional references. So it's really good to have a positive relationship with them, but also for students in their final year internship, especially in Massachusetts, it's required for you to have a reference for them when you go to get your licensure. So just keep that in mind, particularly moving ahead to the final semester. We will be sending out more information about the field practicum process, but just to give you a snapshot, we will be sending out information and a link where you can fill out a form that helps us get a better sense of what your needs and interests are with your internship. All students who are going into field placements for fall 2023 will be required to complete this form as a first step. Once we get this form from you, Lily and I will have one-on-one meetings with you to talk more about what your interests and plans are and what will meet your needs. It can take several months in some cases to finalize internships, so it's important to start as early as possible. And there are also other internships that have specific due dates in terms of applying. So we want to make sure that you have access to those. So the sooner you can start, the better, and stay in close communication with us. Lastly, your faculty advisor can be a source of support or someone to talk through ideas or interests with. It's not required, but you can definitely talk with them about, different ideas you have for your 2 years of internships or what you're thinking about for year 2 based on how year 1 has gone. So you're on mute right now. So this concludes our presentation. We want to make sure you have support. Follow up directly with your faculty advisor. And Donovan McCrae is our student services coordinator. So specifically, if you run into any technical issues when it comes to registration, his email and his phone number is listed here.
Thank you, Laura. Okay, take care all.
Thank you. Have a great day.